My name is T. Craig Smith. Happy to be here. Happy to see everyone here today. I have a nice little collection of good cross-section of what I write about, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. I start off with a poem called So Many Pieces. Shattered like a puzzle, dropped to the floor, a love in so many pieces, feeling like shards of glass, difficult to handle, so hard to reassemble. We tried to find our borders, but they were crossed years ago. Hard to retrieve when taken for granted, and so high has been the cost. But no amount of money can buy back what we've lost. Our tears became a flood which no dam could handle, a torrent of emotion forming a raging storm, so destructive it tore us apart, leaving in its wake nothing but dark water. No matter how much time passes, no matter how many lovers come and go, I'll always see your face, I'll always feel your kiss, and I'll always dream that dream of a love which has disappeared so very long ago. This one is called Message in a Bottle. Can everybody hear me okay? Since she couldn't say yes to becoming his wife, he gave some serious thought to ending his life. But instead he wrote a letter for all the world to know how he had loved her so. He sealed those words inside an old but elegant bottle that he had found half buried in the sand, and he watched it closely as it left his hand, tumbling gently into the sea. As in the story of Romeo and Juliet, family rifts had torn them apart, just another familiar tragedy pertaining to matters of the heart. Romance doesn't always have a happy ending, and theirs appeared broken right from the start. As he walked away, a smile slowly crossed his face, because he remembered those small bits of paper stuck to the bottle's walls. They gave him reason to think that he wasn't the only one who had loved and had walked this way before. Old hippies never die. His hair, once so dark, swept into a ponytail now in a subtle shade of gray. The body not quite the same, but the mind still there when hopes were high and the sweet smell of pot made pungent the air. The old records and music take him back to the time of his life, and those young love affairs. They were free and always there. And the concerts and the chicks asking for spare change. He smiles to himself, recalling those peaceful days. He remembers how flowers once adorned hair, when the peace sign was a way of greeting. How girls forgot their bras and didn't care. It's not hard to see why those times were the best, with little care and less responsibility. When I see one of those guys now, I can't help but grin. I may not look the part, but I remember as well. Those memories burn deep within my heart. That freak flag still flies high, and we old hippies never die. If ever you loved me. It's been so long now, and I've never been quite sure if you ever loved me at all. We were both so young, and maybe we didn't know what love was all about. But during those days, I never had a single doubt. I remember our time so well, it's never left my mind, but I'll always wonder how you felt. It's already been half a lifetime since we've touched, but your memory still lives today. They say a first love is like no other. I still look at your photo from time to time, and I still question if you were really mine. It's one of those mysteries I will never solve. As the image of your pretty face slowly but surely fades away along with its glow, and the dates and places become harder to recall, there's only one thing for sure, the answer to my question I'll never quite know. Port in any storm. Take care, my love, for when you leave me now, there will be risky chances as well as forbidden dances. There will be strangers in your midst, not always the most welcome company, and people are not always what they seem to be. I will cherish our moments and remember you always, but safety is not your neighbor. That thought always torments me, for I know what you have yet to discover, that evil resides in some, dangers lurk, and they will surely come. So take care, my love, remember me as a positive force, one who might alter your ragged course, if allowed to re-enter your life. but only if I am welcome and you show no remorse. Give it a chance, and lovers we can be. I'll keep you safe and warm, shelter you from threatening storm, protect you from impending harm. So choose with care, my love, and you might be able to see that I just might be your final destiny. If dreams could only come true. I saw you again last night looking more beautiful than ever, only in my dreams, but so real as if you were actually here, not some vague transparency. Again, it made me realize I can never leave the thought of loving you. I've become your prisoner, an emotional captive to a memory. From the imaginary chains that bind me, I can never break free. They hold me fast, still clinging to a love that could never last. As surely as life returns every day, thoughts of you never escape my mind. I've tried pills of every shape and color, red, green, yellow, and blue, but none fit the bill, make me forget there's only one script I need, and that would be you. Only a fool believes in miracles, something he cannot see. Then call me a fool for still believing in you. I've been so lost and lonely, and no one else will do. It feels like so many years since I last held you tight, and I had relinquished hope. But my phone rang last night. That number looks so familiar. Maybe miracles can happen, and some dreams do come true. Does anybody here not know what a love bug is? You don't know what a love bug is? Where do you live exactly?
In the real world? Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, so you've never driven through Florida's wonderful roadways while the love bugs are out.
No.
Okay, well, somebody will have to explain it to you when the meeting's
I've heard stories.
Okay, all right. We've had Ode to a Nipple before by Brad, and I call this Ode to a Love Bug. You have a short lifespan, and that's good news for us. If it wasn't that way, I'd be tempted to herd you all together and throw you under the bus. You have the best of life and the worst, always making love on the move. But any minute now, your pretty little bubble might burst. There are even lonely losers among you who never do find their happy groove. So keep flying around all day, but try to be aware of where you're at. Have all sorts of fun fooling around. Enjoy your sexual play while it lasts, because all of a sudden, at almost any time, we both might hear that dreaded sound. Uh-oh, here it comes, splat. Writing on a wall. I didn't know you were that type of girl, but I saw the writing on a wall. All the vital info, how big, how tall. Of course, a number was there, and all I could do was stare. Don't believe all you read and hear, I kept telling myself over and over. But it was there for all to see. Could this really be? What have you been hiding from me? It was your name on that wall, but it was a different number. I began to question and wonder, so I made a choice. It was the last time I heard your voice. And in keeping with the season, a Christmas miracle. I wrote a letter to Santa and mentioned I've been mostly nice. I also requested a very special present, hoping the big guy would come through, that he would make his appearance with you. I knew that my wish was something hard to accomplish, but when you believe in miracles, you might as well ask for the best gift ever. I placed milk and cookies in their usual spot and lit all my scented candles, hoping that St. Nick would feel right at home. And all I wanted was that feeling of no longer being alone. Christmas Eve came and went, and I slept through the night. I had the most wonderful dream that my wish would come true, and that under my tree there would be only you. Christmas morn came so wonderfully fast, and under my tree I spotted that one gift that would forever last. A big box wrapped in the most brilliant red. Upon opening it, I discovered the rest of my life. I found the most beautiful girl who was to become my wife. And last but not least, I want to be. I've been searching for a new love, looking far and wide, trying to erase the blue. I have all the pretty candles, the right kind of music, and even the wine. All that's missing is you. Everyone wants their voice to be heard, and I will listen carefully until there are no more stories to tell. I want to know how you rose, but especially how you fell. I want to be your newest friend, and in time your lover as well. In case you haven't noticed, you've become special in my eyes. So take advantage of every moment, because as the saying goes, time flies. I want to be that special someone in your life, the man you thought you'd never see. I want to be remembered forever as the one who helped you love again. That's what I want to be. Thank you.